Insider versus God. Ooh. Winners finals are. Oh yeah, this was winner semis. All right, here we go. Winners finals. Insider versus Golly. Golly with the resident Sora pick right now in this tournament, and Insider sticking to the Zelda. Here we go. Game one coming in strong. Power Salvation toss. There we go again. Same approach as the last set we saw earlier from Insider. As you can see, he's just approaching with a neutral V, just trying to avoid possibly and just make a mix-up so that the fact that he can get those hitboxes out with the multi-hitboxes, and then so that Godly doesn't have the time to react. But as you can see right now, Godly's just taking the advantage with Sora's hitboxes. This is just
and you know one thing we haven't really talked about, like toss, like it's such a great starter stage. It's low lag in terms of like literal online play, but I feel like this is more godly sided. This is more Sora sided, given the fact that Sora's A is Swordy, and this stage is famous for benefiting Swordies a lot more than it benefits other characters. That was an amazing catch from Godly. Oh my god. Insider barely didn't space it perfectly to just grab ledge, unfortunately. The thing about Zelda is that she can also be really, really destructive on the stage, especially with Inspire.
Oh wow, did we also catch that ledge cancel there by Godly? That was very sick movement options. I think one of the most underrated options indeed in this entire game as a function is just ledge canceling. Because you would see it a lot happen, but it makes up for really good movement mixes. It would capture your opponents off guard. You're basically
It's really cool as an option. It's just highly underrated at times, I think.
I think, you know, maybe a little bit more optimization. I've been just looking into this as I'm playing my games. Is what I'm realizing is that not a lot of people have been utilizing the options for it. And Insider just switching out to Sheik and getting the first stock right here. Probably realizing that Sheik is the answer right now that he needs up against Sora.
Yeah.
And I can see why. I mean, you got Sora.
Sheik is a lot faster. Sheik has better aerials. Sheik also can kill herself easier, apparently.
Apparently, that is the thing.
Unfortunately, he did fast fall that down air.
Yes.
Maybe it was just put on his controller. His little PlayStation controller, supposedly.
I think we can get a 3-stock. I think we can get a reverse 3-stock comeback right now. Oh my goodness.
Honestly, anything could happen, but no bias, you know.
No.
PikaPlayer spinning fast.
PikaPlayer with the assist. But as you're saying, we're back onto this broadcast again, and we can see, you know, a lot of the stuff that Godly's been doing is also just showing the amount of immense strength that Sora has to control neutral. Because not even a Sheik, a perpetual high tier through the metas recently, and relevantly even top tier in a couple of other metas before, is just having a hard time being able to strike a hit against Sora.
That was an amazing 3-star from Godly. I don't know how Insider is going to manage this. I don't know if he even can.
Insider will probably find a way like he did in the last couple matches against Ender at the same time. So, yeah, we're going into game 2 now. The Zelda versus Sora.
Which Pokemon is going to make the first move?
I had Pika. We talked about this.
You got the Mike Peak with the DJ voice.
Even on PC. It's even on PC.
Oh my. But yeah, as we're seeing again, nice. A lot of Nair conversion. I think one of those moves I haven't seen in a while from any Zelda player just using is just Nair. I think it's all because it's a Nair is a 50-50 move. Like, you can fast fall and you can probably get your opponent popping up, but at the same time the opponent can probably do a landing aerial in order to punish her end lag for doing a fast fall Nair. So I think that's something to be noteworthy for. And yeah, there we go. We got first stock with the up smash by Insider. It's very good awareness. Possibly just avoiding trying to get out of the way now, just being able to have hitboxes that cover around Zelda. As you can see why he's spamming the neutral B and more doing so on approaching neutral B. And wants a very good option. And Yeah, so Quackers, I just want to ask, man, since you're up over here, what do you think that will possibly give Insider the momentum he would need to get back into his match? And I think he's probably already showing that right now.
I'm thinking that what he really needs to do is he's not really like shielding at all. Like he's always trying to be on the offensive. And while these drugs are absolutely wonderful, holy crap, he just got 64 off of 4-uppers. But like
Power
his
shield.
aggression is a little bit, it's kind of screwing him over at times. And also, he needs to like kind of space his uppies more. Like honestly, I think that he's just trying his best though, and Godly is just really overpowering him. Like maybe he's got to just take a little step back, a little calmer about his movement options, and actually think about them, like fully think about them, not always autopilot.
Good callouts by Godly either way on the first stock for Insider. Just reading him with the thunder on the air drift. As you know.
I've always
Sora-
felt like
Sora-
Zelda Sora though, like I'm pretty sure Zelda Sora is just like bad for Zelda as a whole. So maybe he's just getting matchup and players.
I think at the same time it's also showing that sometimes it just doesn't matter about the character itself, it's about the player, and we're just seeing that very clearly from Insider. He's been, even in the last set, he was adapting really, he adapts into the enemies, just game 2, he just gets the download on them on game 2. Game 1 is just a little foresight tier on what his opponent is like, and then he'll start making adjustments really quickly like the pro player. And
Yeah.
and that's probably the reason why he's been very well renowned amongst the competitive side of things with his Zelda. She's very renowned is with the fact that he can use aggression, but also mix up his aggression in order to adapt to the enemy. And yeah, you can see it's just a calm response from both players right now, trading hits back and forth.
Yeah.
Most necessarily, I think it's also the fact, like you said earlier, Quackus, is that because of Insider's offensive, offense approach into this game, more aggressive, it's also the fact that it could also work out very off-handed for Insider in general. I think sometimes he can just be holding his shield and.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off there. That pineapple is so unfortunate. I understand if he was upset right there, but like, how you're talking about right now about how his offensive approaches are like he try and mix them up, I agree with that as well. Like if you mix up your approaches, I mean you're okay. So I heard this somewhere. If you're mashing, and this isn't what Insider's doing obviously, but if you're mashing, you can't read me, obviously.
Since it looks like, I think for right now, Insider's just switching to Sheik. I think one of the things I could do, it would be a nice up smash. I think another thing to add is just when Insider's switching to Sheik, I think a lot of the times what you can do is basically use a lot of Sheik's limbs. Like for example, one thing I like to do when I'm playing Sheik is just use a lot of back air and also basically notalize his movement options and some of his best moves that he can have. Most notably down tilt and back air. Back air covers a lot of spacing that against his opponents, and because of the range of the move provides, this is a very good poking tool. So I think a lot of the times you can use that, and the sweet spot kills for most characters at least above 100.
Talking about Zelda, right?
No, I'm talking about Sheik. Sheik back air is just really good in general for as a.
Oh well, would you like a fun fact about Sheik's back air? I mean Zelda's back air. My bad.
Yeah.
Because so guys, fun fact: you can use 2 of them in a single short hop. Pretty fun.
Interesting.
That was an amazing fair. He just perfectly walked. He just like perfectly drifted back to not get hit by that RP explosion.
We saw that in the first set. Also, just Godly had that perfect forwarder to read against Insider's recovery, and I think it's a lot of these.
Really good on Sora. Like it's a kill move. It kind of bounces you up a tiny bit, as much as down or up, but.
Punch by Godly, and this will probably give Insider the opportunity right now. Oh my. My goodness, that was very good. Wow. And again, they're just taking the fight to the air sometimes. Half the time they're just taking the fight to the air, half the time they're just taking the fight to the ground. It's
just looking like top dog.
What? We talking about Top Dog or Top Gun? Those are 2 different things. Top Gun.
Crap. I meant Top Gun.
Top Gun is the movie. I actually just watched this in Korea. Actually, very good experience, by the way. And I recommend the movie to anybody who hasn't watched. But I should have watched the first before watching the recent one that just came out. Because I had no idea about the backstories for any of them.
What?
Up until they had to explain it like a little bit during the second part of the movie that came out today. Well, not today. Well, more in recent times.
I didn't like the new movie personally. I've always liked the first one a lot more because I'm a classics fan. But that's not relevant right now. What's relevant right now is that SD from Insider.
Yeah, that is most definitely the case. And I think part of it has to do with the fact that even with the counter pick, I think it's just Insider's just picking Sheik for the fact that Sheik is just the better character in a situation, whereas it doesn't have the knowledge to necessarily fight a lot of these battles up against Godly, or it's just the heat of the moment decision.
Never really seen Insider Sheik, so I guess this is a new experience for me. It's really cool though that how Shielda players, I don't know how you say it. It's pretty cool to watch them like switch from one to the other, especially like the mains of a specific character. Like if you're a Zelda player, you're probably playing Zelda, not a lot of Sheik. If you're playing as Sheik, you're not playing a lot of Zelda. You're probably never pressing down B. But with like Insider and Danny, they seem to know both these characters rather well. Like amazing job, just constantly jumping over that dash tech, not gonna get hit, and gonna get that forward air in response. Last stock each.
For sure. Sora dash tag, as we saw earlier, just led into jab, and you can basically loop the jab for a lot of true combos and then get maybe even a down tilt and up tilt off of it. Ooh, F tilt thunder just puts him in a bad position. But as you know, she probably is one of the other characters that has the unfortunate ability to land really well, but he gets landed into that F smash. Godly will take the third game. And now the score is 2-1, up in the favor of Godly.
Honestly, I don't see how Insider takes us back. I mean, he's just been getting overwhelmed by.
I think
Godly.
a lot of the fact is that Insider has to trust his main, because he's been switching to Sheik, and then that's when he's been, been taking these loses. Oh wait, we are having a counter pick for Insider, but he's using Godly's actual main, while Godly's just sticking to Sora. This must have been a surprise for Godly when he just saw this. I think right now a lot of Insider's confidence has been broken, and I think that's the reason why we had that Ichigo counter pick. And this probably will be more easier for Godly to go for. Oh wait!
Oh, the fact that he's reverse maining Godly, it's really bad for him, I think, because Godly knows the character Insider now.
Yeah,
it's really scary.
At the same time, you saw that double dunk earlier just from Insider. And if you guys didn't know, fun fact, Insider actually has played Ichigo a little while before he started playing Zelda Sheik as just a side hustle, probably like a secondary. And so he probably still has that knowledge. But it's also the fact that Ichigo is an online-based character, and so he's able to pick up those 3 wins over neutral a lot of times, just for the fact that the environment benefits him.
Welcome somebody and goodbye somebody within a second. Holy crap.
Yes, most definitely. There you go. Alright. Right now, Insider's been actually more well than I thought that he would with just counter-picking to Ichigo. I thought this would have been a working out against him. But,
that was awesome. That was so cool, Godly. That was great. I loved watching that. That was so hype.
A lot of that edge guarding sequence, I think, it was really insane. Just a lot of option coverage. Oh! Insider with the double forward there to up air, though. That could have potentially started something right then and there. But then again, both players just having the respect for each other in neutral, just leading in and out.
Yeah, that's a top player thing, like, honestly, at lower levels, people will give you absolutely nothing. Like, they do not care at all about what you do. They will give you no respect. But once you start playing against top players, they'll start respecting your options more, knowing that you might have a burst option coming in, so they'll start shielding. It's really cool to see, you'll play in the tournament with all kinds of players, like lower rounds playing against worse players, and then towards the higher rounds, you start getting, it starts progressively going up. It's really cool to see how players start respecting each other more, and you can see the levels.
That is most definitely for sure right now, but yeah. I think, like I said earlier, I don't know if this is working out for him, but he gets the up smash, and the stocks are now last stocks each. But right now, Insider is taking 50%. It's not too bad for up against, but yeah, a crucial dash tag, and my goodness, he just went from 55 to 101.
Honestly, yeah, I don't see Insider winning this again, and the down B is gonna take it. Godly moves on to grand finals, where he'll be humbly sitting on his throne, and Insider will be waiting in the losers finals. We're about to get into losers soon, guys, by the way, but don't know if Pika wants to take an ad break or if we're just gonna head right into it. Okay, we're not gonna head into it because PikaPlayer is not rich yet and not popular enough yet.
Dang. Honestly, I think, I think at some point that it might come for PikaPlayer. But yeah, anyways, besides that, it was a pretty much a very godly dominated set. I think earlier in game 2, I thought Insider might have been able to take that back. But we saw as the games progressed that his confidence just slowly whittled away when he was fighting the Sora. I think a lot of it has to do with the tilt factor that Sora provides.
Yeah, definitely. Like Sora just tilts so often, and it's really, really annoying at times. But I like that he kept his cool, sort of. Although he did switch to Ichigo at the end, admittedly. But let's get into our next set. Pick a player.